I'm still late. Go freaking figure. Anyway, how is everybody? Hello! Happy Saturday. Welcome to Dynamodel. I should do this more enthusiastically. I have my cup of coffee here. Keep me going through the night. I don't know if it'll be all night. We'll see. But, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're doing good. We're, in the process of painting the Aalclad Aalaharo Acubear. It's very difficult to say. That is a fantastic cup of coffee. I hope you guys don't mind me enjoying my coffee with you. Nobody's here anyway, so whatever. I do what I want. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Gonna Do It Anyway. Tonight we're going to be spraying the candy pink. I don't know if you tuned into the last stream, but it went well, except for I stuck my finger in the part at the end of the stream. These turned out quite nice. Why is this so dark? It's so dark. It's very underexposed. That's better. That's a little better. It turned out really nice. This is the underside of the Aloharo, plus a fingerprint. I'm actually going to have to basically strip this entire thing down and completely respray it. I'm hoping I only have to take it down to the gray primer. Kind of seems like that's where I'll hit the sweet spot and be able to fix it. It does glow nicely though. It's got that UV glow I'm after. I think I might have to find a more ambient UV light for it, which I have a plan for the diorama to actually pull that off, but that'll be a whole separate project. Not related to getting this bear painted. Nonetheless, I've ran out of black surfacer. I had to go figure out how to get more to decant that. I got that short, almost done, as a matter of fact. Shouldn't be long now. Hold on 1 second, kids. I have to grab something. Oh, huh. I thought I hid the avatar, but I hid the chat. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah. So, did you ever have that panic moment where you get home and you've done a few things and you were at the grocery store and then you go, did I put my phone on top of that cash register? I just had that moment. Nonetheless, happy me. It's here. I got it. We got the phone. I didn't leave it someplace random. God only knows that would be a disaster. You'll have to forgive me. I'm really enjoying this cup of coffee. But I did get I got the beige mixed up. It's still in a DSPIAE. This is mostly Alclad paint at this point. I'm actually out of white. I had to order more. I don't know that I actually need any more for the bear, but I wanted to order some just in case. I probably won't move on to the white until it gets here. I ordered it from New Type, so it should get here in a couple days. I also had to order more clear medium, and I got that from USGS, but doesn't look like it's shipped yet. We'll see what happens with that. Let me take my hat off. I think it's confusing the camera. Probably make me look a little happier without it. No, I still look like I'm angry. Oh well. But yeah, it's let me grab a runner. It's almost a, I don't know. I like it. It's a good match. I'm really curious to see how it lays down over the metal, the holographic. But we're pretty close. It's hard to tell The camera makes it look a little different. It looks better in real life. I'll say that. I think I put a little bit on one of these runners. I don't see it on this one. Hold on. Hold on, I'll show you. Well, so it's a little dark, actually. That's it right there. But it glows nice with the light. That's actually one of the reasons I ordered white. I thought it looked a little dark. Usually paint dries a shade or so darker than what you see when it's wet. And I kind of thought this might be a shade dark as I was mixing it. So nonetheless, I'll add a little bit more white when it gets here, and then I'll probably dilute these even a little bit further with clear to make them just a touch more translucent when that gets here. I only have a little bit of clear left, and I'm kind of saving it as a just in case. Although we are going to spray some of the pink tonight, and I might just add the rest of that bottle to it. I haven't decided yet. I was having some coffee and thinking about it, but if you're watching, you already know that. Anyhow, let me get the booth turned on. So, yeah, and I don't know, it shouldn't really take too long to paint these pink parts. There's not a ton of them, and they're not huge. Oh, let me show you how the pink matches the rubber. I'm actually curious, because this has had, like, full time to dry. And even then, I almost think it's a little, it's about a shade darker than I want. But it does glow. Unfortunately, I don't have any more white, and I'm pushing through this. I want to get this build done. I realize my DSPIAE green and red set is starting to go bad. So, yeah, I kind of want to get through the bear and maybe go back to painting the armor on the Dominator. And I want to start building Voltron. So I really need to finish something. Too many projects going on. I was hoping to get the Kasai painted before the 15th when Hathaway drops in the US. Unfortunately, too many runners. I'm waiting on paint. If I hadn't ran out of paint, I think I could have pushed through it last week, actually. But I'm kind of stalled out waiting on paint. Hence the reason a couple game streams. Those would have been build streams if I'd had more paint. I don't know if you guys can hear me drinking loudly. I'm almost to that frothy stuff at the bottom. My coffee's really bougie. I actually have I've been blessed with a cappuccino maker. It was a gift for Mrs. Ball. She doesn't use it. I make her coffee with it sometimes, but she's an instant coffee kind of girl, so I'm a little bougie. It's cheap though. It's much cheaper than Starbucks or anything like that. Grinds my beans for me. It's quite nice. I don't know if I would have bought it though. It was like half price when I got it. Paying full price for it probably would have got one. Anyhow. The booth is on. The airbrushes are ready. I don't know, but I may have a bent needle in my micro brush. Ooh, I didn't do a very good job of cleaning this last time. I think I might have bent the needle back flushing it. We'll see how this stuff sprays. If it doesn't spray real well, I may just switch up back to the Pro Convoy. But I'm going to start with the micro brush. I'd like to have a little bit of subtlety, although there is a part of me that kind of thinks I should just start with the Pro Convoy and keep the needle real shallow. I'm on the fence. I will say that the Procon boy did a really nice job of spraying the other parts. Maybe I will just start with the Procon boy. The only thing about it is it goes through paint so much faster. Like, that thing just throws paint. I'll be out of this pink in no time, and I don't want to be out of this. I only have the one color. In fact, that's one of the reasons I'm thinking about diluting it with a little bit more clear. I could mix more of this one because I have the colors to do it when the white gets here. Blue is actually done too. This is the blue base right here. This will get thinned more when the white gets here. This is a little more blue than I want it to be, and it's a little more pigment than I want. But when the white gets here, or the clear gets here, I'll make more. And hopefully, I'll probably have to make one more bottle of this, honestly. The head and the body are pretty big. Although after that, the rest of the parts are pretty small. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I got black surfacer all over my mat. I'd like to get a new mat soon. I'm sorry, this one's so yucky. Anyhow. Let's see what happens. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get rid of this cup real quick and check on the dogs. And then we'll just get into it. Yeah. Yeah. 2 seconds. I swear I'll be back. I've lost something. I can't find it. I promise. You haven't lost me. I'll return. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I didn't have my crap together as well as I thought I did. Running all over the house trying to find various things that I thought I had a second ago, but can't seem to figure out where the hell I put them. This is why I do Gunpla. It actually, like, once I settle in, everything's in its right place. It's like a radio headset. But yeah, leading up to that point, I got stuff all over the place. It's actually been it's been a productive day. I got a short almost produced. I'm hoping maybe that'll drop tomorrow. It's kind of a new, it's a little take on like what my long form videos are, you know, kind of over edited, if you will. I actually did a little voiceover with the avatar, so it's kind of cool. Something a little different. It'll be fun. I hope to have it out tomorrow, if not sometime this week. And then I fell down that rabbit hole of Vroid Studio. I actually figured out how to make clever little poses, hence the new stylish thumbnail. I'm kind of proud of myself. It actually took some doing. But with that, you know, it's I get a little bit more knowledge on how to do this. I mean, I'm kind of late in the game. Everything's going to get taken over by AI, but you know, what the hell? It's good to know these things. And it's fun. I actually enjoy it. It's strangely, it's actually doing some of the avatar things and the editing and stuff. There's little challenges you run into as you do it, and it's when you figure it out, it's almost like playing like a puzzle video game in a weird way. There's this, oh, how do I do this? I can't figure this out. And then, you know, you sit there and you try like 50 different things and it doesn't work out. And then all of a sudden it kind of clicks and you go, oh, it's that. And then, yeah, mission accomplished. Move on to the next level. So yeah, that's I did a lot of background stuff for the channel. I actually wanted to stream some video games today, but I was like, I've been procrastinating certain things and I need to get some work done. So I made myself do channel maintenance. At some point, I need to clean this room up. Give you guys a nice tour. It's actually a pretty rad little Gunpla room I have. I don't know if you call it a Gunpla. It's more of a hobby room, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool. I just don't want to show it to you right now because it'd be like showing you my unsightly bathtub ring. Anyhow. Oh, well, hello, Pinner. I didn't notice you were in here. I had the webcam controls blocking the bottom portion of the chat. It's nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Helldivers was fun yesterday. Hope you had fun doing that. That video actually is done pretty well. I like to think people have kind of stopped in to watch it. I watched a little bit of it. I need to do something about the dialogue. It's kind of hard to understand who's talking. I might have to, at some point this week, get Discord linked up to all this and use that as a chat over. I hear that could be done. We'll see. But thanks for popping in, buddy. My official emote casting moderator. Can I call you that? I hope you don't mind. But yeah, I got the pink mixed up. I don't know if you missed that at the beginning of the stream. It glows pretty good. You probably know that already because some asshole's been sending you pictures all day of it. But yeah, that was actually the other thing I did today. Was I sat here and mixed paint for. Strangely, it actually took quite a while. I was trying to save you guys of all that fuss and muss, but here I am wasting time anyhow. So I'm still debating on whether I want to attempt to use the micro airbrush for this or the big airbrush. I think I'll start with the micro airbrush, and if I have to dump it, I have to dump it. But I'm not going to put much in it to start with. I did that last time. Then I found out it was cobwebbing. I really do think it has a bent needle. I hope not, because then I'll have to order one. I don't know. I used to be able to get them at Hobby Lobby. They carried them, but they don't have them anymore. They quit carrying all their airbrush stuff, they say. It kind of worked out. I picked up the last time. I went there like last year, and I picked up like the last 3 they had. I think I've screwed all of them. Those .01s are like super fragile. Super, super fragile. Anyhow. Well, I guess I'll get cracking into it. Let me do this to start with. I guess I'm gonna hide this camera for a second and get it spuns around to the airbrush spray booth. Can't even freaking talk. Go figure. Okay, enough of this. Which it's one of these. What am I hiding? I'm hiding Fuji. And I just yanked the battery out of it. That was awesome. This is how you destroy your really nice camera. Oh. No, that's not the one I want to see. I did it again. What is this? Oh, it's wrapped up on there. Why is that way? It freaking popped out of the camera and, oh, don't tell me it's messed up now. It popped out of the camera and like grapple hook wrapped around one of the, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? I guess one of the nuts that you tighten on my camera rig, you know. Okay, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? It's not the spray booth. That's the spray booth. All right, let's see what that looks like. That's almost there. Hey, there's a spray booth. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Man, I am so very, very just upset with myself. This turned out absolutely gorgeous. Like, and the color is pretty well. I think a candy version of the original. I'm trying to find a runner. I mean, maybe not quite. What's funny is it still looks closer to it without the camera. Like, to my eye, it looks better than it does in the camera when I do that. Anyhow, I'm still upset that I stuck my finger in it. I got to fiddling with one of the sticks. I got to fiddling with the stick, and I did that. Go figure. All right. So all of this is blue. This is all blue and some gray. There's a little bit of the gray parts and a couple of the colored parts, and I still haven't decided what I'm doing with the big bow yet. But it doesn't need to be in here. So I'm gonna get it out of here. And I'm gonna put it over here with the white parts underneath my desk and pray that nothing pops off a stick and gets lost. And here we have all of the gray parts. So this is all I'm spraying tonight. It'll be a pretty short session once I get going. I drop the pipet. Make sure the boot's fully on. Wrong way. Okay. All right, kids. Yeah, I am a real person. I swear. I'm not a bot. Without further ado. Am I back? I feel like I'm missing something. I think I'm back. Sorry about that. Computer decided it wanted to reset itself. Piece of crap. One of these days I'll get a computer expert to actually look at this thing. They'll probably go, you got a nice rig, but yeah, this is broken. Anyhow. Yeah, and then I just realized that I did the whole first part of this stream. And it wasn't public. So if you're watching the VOD, you'll probably see all that. But this is the point in the show where I say, oh, my computer crashing led me to find that when I set the stream up, I had it as unlisted. Go figure. So I'm here now, public and all. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for stopping in. It's a shit show. What can I say? But it's fun. I enjoy it. We're going to paint some stuff. I actually thought I'd be painting about 20 minutes ago, but I spent the last 20 minutes basically horsing around, doing nothing. Thanks for hanging out and watching me do it. Pinner, I'm back. I hope everything's running good. Give me a thumbs up if it is, buddy. Please. Please, good buddy. Throw me a thumbs up. I'm waiting. Still waiting. Maybe it's broken. We'll see. I bet he has a controller in his hand right now and he can't put it down. He's probably killing zombies or something of the like. So I don't know if I'm going to move the avatar cam. It might do some weird things as I'm painting. And it'll definitely do weird things when I put the mask on. Hello, Wolfpack! Let's freaking go. Fuck it. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for popping in. I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Thanks for coming in here and spending it with me on my fantastic Saturday. I'm pegging the freaking fun meter, bro. I actually am having fun, though. What else would I be doing? Be out at a bar. Probably putting poisons into myself. So, yeah, as far as that goes, Wolfpack, there's about 30 minutes of stream where I enjoy a cup of coffee and explain what's going on in this stream, and it wasn't public because I'm retarded. And yeah, anyway, you know, if you get a chance, go back and watch the VOD. But yeah, thanks. We'll just do the rest of this live. I'm doing the, in case you missed it, the fluorescent pink. I kind of went over this already. Nobody was here though, because I was unlisted. But it does glow. It's hard to tell. This light sucks. I need to get a better UV light. I had one that like didn't cast a shadow and it just made this crap glow, but you couldn't see the purple. I can't seem to find another one like it though. I also mixed up the white today. Well, it's more of a beige. To kind of match the runners. I don't know why, but this camera is not picking it up well either. Let me try that now. That might help. But it glows pretty good too. It's got a... there we go. That's catching it right. When it's all said and done, I'll actually have... there's going to be a diorama with what I hope is going to be a light around it that casts a nice ambient UV glow on the bear himself and his little buddies. And that's what I'm hoping for. The diorama part of it, though, is going to be like a whole separate stream. You'll have to forgive me, you guys, if my avatar starts going really stupid. I guess I'll move the camera over to the spray booth. That'll help. It's just a lot of cable. It kind of makes a mess. Here, let me hide the camera, and I'll do that. That way I can move to that side of the room. Trouble is no, I'm going to leave it over here. It makes me more aware of the chat that way. We'll do that. Just if my avatar spazzes out, it's because I'm breathing paint fumes. We'll say that. And that being said, make sure, kids, when you're doing this, these are lacquer paints. Wear gloves. Wear a respirator, not just a mask. An actual respirator that eliminates chemicals. The fumes are bad for you. The paint is bad for you. Don't get it on your skin. It soaks into your pores and actually goes to, I think, your kidneys. I think it's bad for your kidneys. Anyway, and even dust particles. They're bad for you. That's our safety tip. Now you know. Knowing's half the battle. One of these days I'll get into putting together some of my old G.I. Joes. If you guys want. Let me get gloved up. Let me get another light on this spray booth. And I'll quit babbling. You guys would rather watch me paint. If the music's too loud, let me know. How funny. I can't believe I did the first part of this stream and didn't have it. I did that yesterday, Pinner, with our Helldiver stream. We streamed like the first half hour and we weren't public, or maybe that was the Complex stream. I don't remember. One of those streams. I gotta check on the poodle. I know, I said I was gonna start painting in a second, but I don't know. I got no good excuses. I'll be right back. And I just yanked my spray booth across the my spray brush across the room. Okay, I'm back. I'm just down on my knees right now, cleaning up the lacquer cleaner. I just spilt everywhere and almost on a cord. Let's hope that doesn't start a fire. Why wouldn't that be a explosive stream? Okay. And again, I guess maybe the motto for this stream will be, this is why we can't have nice things. I don't know why. My poodle was angry. I'm sorry, I had to go check on her. She, I think she might be hungry, but I just fed him. I don't know why. Okay, seems to be spraying all right. Can you guys hear that? I actually love this airbrush. So I don't know if I'm sure I've mentioned it because I like to talk about this stuff. It's actually, from what I know, it's basically a custom Micron C Plus with like different inner coatings. I think Iowata actually puts a little bit more into the chrome on the inside. Anyhow, let's get on with it. Just gonna put a little DSPIAE lacquer through here real quick. Let me get some pippets out. I got the mask ready. You don't need any cups. I'm gonna have to order more pippets because I use them like they're going out of style. This doesn't need to be here. I really should be more organized about how I go about this. It is kind of controlled chaos on a good day. That goes down to where I need to take everything in this room and kind of rearrange it. Now that I've gotten into doing this a little bit more, there's a much better workflow I'd like to have. Really? Camera's kind of crooked. Don't know how that happened. Sorry, folks. Tighten that up. Yeah, I like that. That works. A little thinner. This doesn't need to be here anymore. Here, and I'll take out the attempted sprue glue. I need to clean that. Get rid of these guys. They don't need to be here. We are going to use this spoon. Last time I tried to spray this stuff through this airbrush, it cobwebbed, which means I either have a bent needle or it's too small of a needle. Could mean it's slightly bent. I don't know. I'm new to this. If you guys know, let me know, please. All right, so yeah, we're gonna put the Bane mask on. I'm gonna move the microphone, which is probably really gonna upset the camera even more as far as the avatar is concerned. And maybe I'll just, you know, I'm just gonna hide the avatar. The avatar is gonna go away because you guys will have me, like my fingers. That'll be enough. All right. So, well, I don't know. I'm curious. I'll watch it later with it, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do this though, move them a little bit more out of the way. Put him just down there. That's a good spot. Now he's not in the way. I like that. All right. Okay. Now we're going to paint pink. I actually did that for you, Peter. I did. Well, let's test it. Might make the camera get hot, and I'm gonna turn the AC up. We're gonna try to get it really chilly willy in here. Make sure I'm focused. I'm even going to try to put the headphones back on. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah. All right, that works. How's that compressor's not loud? I am going to add just another couple milliliters of this clear to this. I have more on the way, and I want to make sure it will be enough. I'll save those other three for the blue. Just because I don't know how long it's going to take to get here. I almost put the wrong cap on it. I came very close. We're gonna start small. I know I had clear on this, but it's something about mixing the two together. I think it's gonna cobweb. I think I'm gonna have to use the Pro Combo light. See what happens. You're gonna do this, aren't you? I'm gonna go lower. Bear with me. All right. I think I got it now. I think now we got it. Someday I'll have two cameras and I won't have to mess with this. Not there yet. Probably too much air. I don't know. It's not cobwebbing, I don't think. That's a good sign. Let me just... Now it is. Total cobwebs.
Can't be done with this brush. I'm gonna have to use the Pro Comboy. That might have a bent needle. That's okay. Kind of a learning experience. Yeah, I think I have a bent needle in this airbrush. Hopefully they'll have some maybe spray gun it. So, put that out. Throw a little bit more in there. It's funny, when I did the metal coats, when I was cleaning the airbrush after the last session, I kind of felt like I snagged my glove on it a little bit. But I did just find out in the very last session, as we were doing the other color, the blue for the Haro, that I don't actually have to take the cap off to backflush it. And that might keep me from doing that. Maybe that's why I've bent so many needles. That's a little much. Oh, that one can turn all the way either. Alright, well, we gotta take this thing apart anyway, so bear with me as I get out the Pro Comboy. That's alright. That's decent. I can work with that. Alright. Let's add a little retarding thinner to the mix. Just one. That was retarder I just put in there. If it is, kind of drying a little too fast, that'll help prevent that. I don't think I'll have the problem with Procon mold, but might help a little with the consistency. Well, I'm being messy. Alright. That was 3 or 4 files of it. Where's the captain? No, not for nothing. No, we'll leave that. I'd like to get a chrome cap for this. I don't know, and they all come with this one. I don't know why. Anyhow. Let's get the spraying. Give me one more time. I have a little barking dog. It's so finicky. It's very finicky. I don't like the way that separates. Drying. Maybe it needs more air. Maybe the problem is not too little air. Maybe it's more air. One quick second.
Okay, so I just found out that maybe the problem isn't I'm spraying with too much air. It's maybe I'm using too little. Maybe this stuff's thicker than I'm giving it credit for.
That might mean I need to thin it more, but I don't really know. I'm gonna spray a couple of the smaller parts. See how it goes. I'll do these because these aren't really seen. I think it needs leveling thinner. I think it needs leveling thinner. So let's go with that. You know what? I think I kind of remember that from the last color I did. I think I sprayed it and I looked at it and I went, That might have been like way too much. No, I think that's roughly like a 4-to-1 ratio. So I had 4 of those in there. It's probably a 3-to-1. Let's hope it was enough. Turn out now that it's drier. Not terrible. I'm not crazy about it. It's got a little texture to it. I'll let that sit and see how it... Let me just try to hit the edge of it. Ah, there we go. You know what? I don't even want to spray that part. It'll just get really thick and then break on me. I wanted these two to come out a little dingy. a little thicker than I want. Ah! Camera! Why does this thing keep doing this? Sorry. Sound? There's no sound? Really? It looks like there's sound on my side. Can you not hear it, Pinner? Is there no music? How's that? Is there sound, Pinner? I hope so. It looks like there should be. Let me know if there's not. So, Pinner, tell me you can hear me. I hope so. What up, Pinna? Dude, I don't know. Hold on. This is driving me freaking crazy.
I don't know why it's doing that. It really should be working. Like, it's not hot. Well, it might be in this room. Let me do this. Turn on this other fan. Try to maybe cycle the air around the camera. I hope that's not super loud. Maybe you can hear me, Peter. Oh man, that's all a bunch of crap. Hopefully that might keep it a little bit. I think the camera's going funky. Anyway, let's hope. Let's hope. I really want to get to this. No, I shouldn't have the sound off. Can you not hear me, Pinner? Why is that? Do you have your sound off? Hold on. I'm gonna go check something. I will return. I think all of these might need one more coat. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Checking on the dogs again before I get back into this. But yes, Pinner, it looks like the sound is working when I check. Should be. We should be good. I'll be back in a jiff. I'm gonna have to hit those again when they dry. Okay, I'm back again. Back again. Back where I want to be. And I'm sorry this is all such calamity. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm actually when I do these paint streams, if I'm being real, I'm kind of like inviting you guys into something that's like a very personal, I just kind of do for myself sort of thing. So doing it on streams like just a whole other element. But I hope you guys forgive me of all the things that happen, because these are the things that happen just like maybe not every session. Sometimes, you know, once I get things dialed in, I'm doing something that's just totally kind of untried with this one. So, you know, I'm flying blind, and I've never done a lot of candies. I dabbled with it a little bit with the Dynamits, but that's sort of why I picked this project. I'm sure it's not going to turn out exactly as I want, but, you know, if it turns out decent, I'm happy. But the dogs are good. They're in check. They're happy. Karma looks like she's a little angry. I'll probably have to take her for a midnight walk out the street. But, yeah. Anyway, let me get the mask back on, and I'll get to spraying again. I'm gonna hit some of these with just... Actually, I'm gonna wait. I might come back and do... I think I'm gonna do like a first coat on all these and maybe let it dry and then hit them again in another session. If not, depending on how long it takes, I might backtrack to some of these first that I sprayed. I think I kind of got it figured out now. I think the trick to this is blast it from a distance. Very paint wasting though. But without further ado, here we go. And Pinner, I hope the sound is working. You may have it off on your end, bud. I checked and it seemed like it worked. It seemed that way. Yeah, I don't know. You should be hearing stuff, Pinner. You really should. Like, when I check on my phone, I can hear it. It does make me wonder. Nonetheless, I'm pressing off.
Hold on. Pinner. I did just realize something. Stand by. Stand by. That might help. Did that help, Pinner? I hope that helped. Tell me that helped. I should have sound. Anyway, I'm going to spray. I really didn't want to spray that one that heavy. I got a little too close with the other one. It's kind of nerve-wracking. let's put the retarder in it. I want the leveling center. I think I need one more pipette of paint. Oh, I still have another part to do. just in case I don't have enough paint. I really need to focus on the parts that'll be smooth. So, gonna run out of paint. I'm gonna actually have to wait for the other clears to get here. It's gonna probably take another bottle to do this. Oh, I better not use all of it. I'm gonna save that. I'm going to need it to match. That cap goes. Seriously? That's my fault, everybody. I'm sorry. It's when I bump the desk. Use that. I'm just going to keep spraying these parts over and over and over again. This one doesn't. I'm really hoping this will be enough to do this. I botched that one. Way too close to the airbrush. I think I'm getting tunneled in. It might be just enough to do this. Most of these parts are pretty freaking smooth. Too heavy to fit in these parts. have many parts left. In fact, I actually don't have to spray these things. Organized. I don't want the parts I have to spray by me. I really don't like this styrofoam thing I use to hold sticks. They're really hard to get in here. Kind of makes a pain in the ass. Causes me to actually bumble enough parts together. I need to get something proper. Something proper would be good. Part of that that's really key. I think I have just enough paint to spray the rest of it. I really do. Which is good, because I really don't want to mix it. Pick all the parts that I haven't sprayed off. Now that they've worked around them. Yeah, I can finish it. There's not much more. We can do this! It'll be close. Oh, I don't want to mess this up. Of all these parts, I'll show you when I'm done. There's really only one of them that's really truly singing. And I'm not going to go heavy with a lot of these. The armor covers up most of this stuff. These it does not. I just want to give it a nice roast. Not make it sweet. More like that. Termite is angry about something. Alright, I'm going to try to prioritize this by what's really truly seedy. This is all we got. happens. Okay. Try to do all 4 of these at once. You know, we're getting a little on paint. Try to maximize this. I don't really have 5 of those. I have 6 of them. Ah, one hiding. I'm missing a part. It does. I was missing this part. But this is the last part. And we're done spraying pink. Yay! not gonna lie, candy is a hard thing to do. Oh, well, hello, Checo 14 Studio. I'm painting Bandai's high-grade Aloha Acaberry. You'll have to forgive me, I'm wearing a mask right now. I'm just about done though. I'm kind of using up the last little bit of this paint. This is actually a custom mix. Kind of this color. I don't know if you can see the pipette. I mixed DSPIAE's UV activated lacquer with Alclad clear transparent medium, and I'm using it to try to make a glow-in-the-dark candy. I'm not gonna lie though, this is the first time I've sprayed a candy, and I'm learning a lot along the way. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out though. I appreciate that. Here in just a second, after I run out of paint and clean the airbrush, I'll show you guys kind of the finished product. I don't think I have very much paint left. In fact, believe it or not, that was the last of the paint. So, this is probably, most of these parts are chunks of the inner frame. You won't see a lot of them. In this one Aalclad part, I'm going to be doing a lot of brush detailing too. But just to give you kind of a rough idea how this turned out, that's what we ended up with. That's probably the best example. This is the one part that's actually going to be seen on the outside. Everything else is kind of covered up by a frame, or you only see a smidgen of it. And I realized about halfway through I was spraying way too heavy with my peak. I should have just been doing lighter dustings. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a pro. I'm kind of learning as I go. This piece kind of came out more like I was after. This is another good example. Little fainter. Kind of hard to see, actually. I wonder if I got any other pieces. Here's some examples. And I also, I did a lot of like crease shading with the chrome layer because this was the inner frame and I wanted it to look, I don't want to say dirty and weathered, but just have a little bit of depth. These are I just showed you a piece of basically the little hatches on Aalclad. These are the other side of Aalclad. I sprayed this in the last session. This is kind of the medium blue. And even again, I think I'm a little heavy on the pigment, although it's hard to show up in the camera. It does have a definite metal flake to it with the naked eye. Kind of almost reminds me of there's a color on the new Hondas, like the Honda Civic, that's kind of similar. But it does, if I did my job here, they glow. There's that. I don't know if this will work. This is the test of all tests. It's supposed to glow in a black light. There we go. Now we're in focus. I don't know. Might just be picking up the light. I'll see when it dries. The other parts had a decent glow, but right now with the camera where it is and me wearing this mask, it's kind of difficult. And even if it doesn't turn out, it's about the journey. I'm learning as I go. One thing I can tell you is I don't know that these paints entirely like to mix well. it tends to want to cobweb on me. I'm probably doing something I really shouldn't be doing. Let me get this airbrush cleaned up real quick, and I'll get this mask off, and maybe we'll chat. I'll show you some of the other projects we're working on. I wouldn't mind looking at the parts for a minute anyway. Do you paint? Do you have any pointers? If you got any insights into this one, I'd love to hear it. I do think I'm going to have to, after this session, take both of these airbrushes apart and run them through my sonic cleaner and give them a good clean and put them back together. This was a lot like doing, I don't know, I think it's a little gummy. I don't know if there's a urethane involved here. I don't think so. I don't think Alclad's urethane. I can't quite remember. Really did make my airbrush very good. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I will be taking the mask off in a second. As I've said in past painting streams, I never planned on painting live. Building, sure. Painting's a different thing. This is really something I do just simply because I enjoy it. And so I kind of forget you guys are here sometimes when I'm doing it. And I apologize for that. I hope that's not rude. I get into a little bit of a flow state. Nope. Would like to see the finished build though. Well, we're getting very close to that. I ran out of clear medium. I thought I had plenty. I actually had 4 bottles when I started. I just had to order 3 more. There's very, very few. So this is the beige that I mixed. It also is supposed to be UV activated. It glows pretty good in the bottle. I'm curious to see how it glows on the individual parts when laid thin. But I'm pretty sure when I thin that, I got enough to do all of the beige parts. And then the last is the primary blue. And there's really not a lot of those, but there's a couple of them that are really, really big. I think that was enough thinner. We can go ahead and clean your fluids now. I mean, I'm pretty well spraying that with the needle wide open. So, I mean, honestly, it's not going to be clean until I get your part put back together. I'm going to quick backflush. From the parts. They're falling over. Normally I have little towels around. I usually don't do it this way. Alright, well that'll be a project for coffee in the morning. We'll be cleaning airbrushes. Fortunately it only takes about 20 minutes. And I have yet to see the sonic cleaner not get them clean again. A little bit of airbrush cleaner, some water. Run them once and they're usually pretty good. Let me get this out of the way. Let that sit there like that. My headphones are stuck on my mask.
Oh, that's much better. Oh, you know, I had this cord to where it didn't wrap up around my foot, and now all of a sudden I've somehow twisted it and it's doing it again. Anyway, Give me 1 second. Let me reset these cameras now that I'm on the other side of the room again. And I'll show you guys some of these parts. But yeah, so as far as the finished build goes, Jack, I'm not sure what to call you. I actually did do a build video for these. It was just a snap build. It's kind of fun. You can find it on my channel. It's just a quick, like, little, I think it was like 8 minutes. Wasn't anything too terribly long. But yeah, I did do a snap build and kind of review of it. When I get done with the painting process, and I was originally going to do it in the background, but I started live streaming and people kind of said they wanted to see me paint, and so here I am. But I will be doing a second follow-up video after the paint job of kind of a review that'll be kind of fun. And this is actually going to get a diorama, though. That's going to be like part 3, and I'm not quite sure when I'm going to start that. I might move on to another snap build after this. But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on here. I do have an SD Kasai that's kind of ready to be painted that I haven't started yet. I was hoping to start it before Hathaway, but running out of paint kind of set this back. So, you know, it's my ADD kicking in and I got too much going on. But, yeah, you have to say it's a little hard to hear you with your mask on. Yeah, the joke actually, there's, I don't know if Pinner's still in the room, but, actually he's kind of like my background, I guess you could say moderator. He kind of helps me with the technical stuff on the channel. He says I sound just like Bane from The Dark Knight. What's the idea for the diorama? Well, let me turn the camera around and I'll show you the base of it. Bear with me 1 second. This hand cam I'm using is actually, it's an older Fuji X-T2 and the software for it is terrible. And the input jacks for the cords and stuff are even worse. Let me zoom back out. Kind of see my little setup there. I got that exhausting out. I'm not spraying lacquers in a room getting high off of it, by the way. I have it exhausting out of the room, and I wear a mask and gloves and stuff. And I can't stress enough, especially when spraying the lacquers and enamels, wear the protective stuff. This stuff gets into your lungs and it dries just the same way as it does on plastic. There's your safety tip for the day, kids. All right. So anyway, back to what I was doing. I'm gonna hide this camera because it just gets really shaky and it kind of actually makes me sick looking at it when I do this. So let me spin this. That, and if it comes unplugged, it's just easier. And I unplugged it. Sure enough. What's funny is it's just enough to make it quit talking to the computer. It doesn't lose the image. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Turn it off. But, yeah, so the diorama, I actually use it in the snap build video kind of at the end when I'm doing beauty shots. The beauty shots of the bear. Actually put together. None of the stickers or anything on it, because I was planning on painting it. There we go. I got it. I just wasn't leaving it off quite long enough. Why is there no image? Oh, because I went to. I got unimaging. Sorry, my desk is such a mess. I had a lot going on today. I was mixing a lot of paint. Let's just actually we're gonna go up. Turn this one. Alright, are you guys properly getting motion sickness yet? Think of it like a video game. Don't do nothing too much. Get the mouse off the build desk. But yeah, so the diorama, let me move this. This is one reason I'm actually pushing this bear build, mainly because I actually have the Axis model aerial dominator kind of in the background about half built, and I'd like to get on with the paint job for it too. But so this is the base for the diorama. And I made this just out of a bunch of cardboard and a little bit of, believe it or not, caulking. I do construction, and you can't really. Let's see if I can zoom in on it a little better and show you the actual ridges. There, that's a little bit better. So this is all recessed down here. I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch, and that's going to end up with epoxy, and then it's going to lead up. The bear is going to be kind of in this area here. I'm all blurry again. There we go. The blue here is actually just sticky tack from when I did the last filming. But yeah, bear's gonna go here. The recess goes all the way around the back, and essentially he's gonna be on like a little island. This is all gonna be clear epoxy. I'm hoping to actually do, I don't know, I have a couple ideas of how I'm gonna go about it. I haven't quite worked it out in my head yet, but I'm going to attempt to put a fiber optic loop with an LED in there and then bury that in the epoxy. And I'm hoping it'll shed an ambient light on this thing that'll actually make it glow without looking like it's actually in a black light, so to speak. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm actually, so as I do this, I'm going to attempt to, you'll have to forgive my avatar for trembling. There's something on my camera that keeps getting in the way, but I'm trying not to touch it. But I'm actually going to attempt, I guess I could be bigger now too, spraying. Just get on screen. That's a little, okay, oh, no, too far. There you go. You guys like me over there. Anyhow. I'm going to attempt to, what was I talking about? Oh, I'm going to soak a hibiscus and probably a plumera flower in some glycerin for a couple weeks, and I'm hoping that they'll soak up the glycerin, not dry out, and then I can resin coat them, because I understand that's how that process is done. And actually use them in the diorama. Maybe make one of them like a little palm tree or something. If nothing else, they'll just be stationary flowers because they're cute. I actually did use a hibiscus, Mrs. Model, if you want to call her that. I refer to her as Gigi in some of my videos, kind of jokingly. She tamed a savage beast. But yeah. She actually grows a lot of plants. There's hundreds of house plants around my house, kind of some exotic ones. The Hawaiian plants do pretty well where we are, but she has some plumerias out front that are actually, they just bloomed. They smell fantastic. But that's going to be the idea for the diorama. Some water around here. The other thing I thought about doing is it might actually become a lid, and I may do a real thin epoxy layer and drill some holes and actually put a living plant in it. But I'm kind of on the fence about that one. I may be getting a little bit more involved than I want, but I'm thinking about it. Making it to where it actually has real water underneath the epoxy and still doing the LED. That'll be another form that I'll have to set this in though. But it's a possibility. I haven't quite decided yet. But yeah, that'll be the diorama. I'm hoping it works out pretty well. The original spoon, I'd love to show you with it glowing in the dark, but unfortunately, why don't you use plastic flowers? I guess because I want to see if I could actually do the real thing. If I can successfully... So I'm a carpenter in real life, and I have some crazy ideas in my head for some, I guess, essentially resin sheets that I'd like to perhaps make with real vegetation in them, and then router them down to where it's kind of half exposed and half not, and still somewhat natural texture. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of a little bit of a dipping my toe in that way to see if it works. And for that matter, it's I'm actually making this bear for the missus. She put up with me in my, so I got into the hobby. I dabbled long ago. I never got into Gundam Wing or anything back in the early 2000s, but I did end up with a GPO2, or no, a GPO3, and a Wing Gundam that I just picked up one day because I was bored. It was something to do. I live by myself. Long and short of it, that ended up, my daughter found them. She was getting older and going off to college and met her husband and stuff and moved away. But before she found them, her and her husband gave me a Master Grade Dynamax. And yeah, you'll have to watch my very first uploaded video for that one. I kind of explained it all in that. But she kind of got me back into the hobby, and I built the Dynamax for the kid. And I hope to be taking it to Japan sometime the next year to give it to her. That's where her and her husband are. But with her mom putting up with me building that Dynamax, it took me about 4 years. It was a resin kit, had 30 LEDs in it. It was kind of epic. A little ambitious for a first legit build. So this is kind of my way of saying thank you for that. I figured I needed to make her mom something special, you know, kind of from my heart. Pour as much love into this as I did to that, just to say thanks for putting up with my silly little childlike hobby. And she loves the plants, hence the reason for trying to use her actual real plants. Kind of a token to her. And if I can actually pull off putting a live living plant and creating like a recycling waterfall in it, even better. I actually do a lot of aquaponics farming. I have an aquaponics system, some tilapia, and we don't really grow a lot of food in it anymore. Mostly herbs and stuff, and the occasional, you know, cabbage or something like that. We keep other plants in it just to kind of keep the fish healthy, because the plants filter the water. I'm a little bit of a nerd. But yeah, that's thanks for asking. I like talking about this stuff with you guys. The aquaponics is really cool. I got into that, I don't know, about 10 years ago. I built a system and I've had it going ever since. I don't take care of it the way I should. Yeah, well, thank you. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. I was really hoping to have it done for her by then, but alas, it's still under construction. I think if I had more paint, I really underestimated how much paint it was going to take to do this. One thing I can tell you about candy paints, you need a lot of paint. It likes real thin coats at a distance, just being blasted, just absolutely blasted. I've tried it on the small scale, trying to be closer like I do with the detail brushing, and it just doesn't work out. It ends up pooling up. You got to do it from far away, and just mist. And actually, I'm realizing when you're doing candies, because I've never done this before, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm realizing when doing candies, and I hope, you know, maybe someday somebody will comment on one of my VODs and go, dude, you're doing it wrong, do it like this. But I hope she likes it too. Thank you. We'll see. It's a labor of love. I have a couple other projects I'm working on in the background. Like the Ksatria is mine. I mean, it's actually the Dominator, but yeah, I had to have it. And eventually I'd like to do an SDMG Ksatria. Most of my kits are master grades. I have a few that I've snap built. I got some other snap builds coming up sometime soon. Once the bear is painted, I might break into Voltron. I got the Moderoid Voltron, and I was kind of a fan as a kid. I don't know, it's fun. But yeah, so I'll probably have have quite a hefty backlog. That's another one that I'm in the process of kind of straightening up the room. Probably going to do some rearranging. And now that I've decided to actually paint while I'm streaming, I need to do some reconfiguring with where my monitors and things like that are. I'm probably going to be some serious, like, take everything out of the room, put it back in day coming up. And at that point, probably show a lot more of the backlog. I probably got a stream coming up where, I mean, we could just go through my backlog all day. it's kind of stupid. I got the Dynames thinking I was gonna, when I started the Dynames, I thought I was gonna be done within a month, and over the 3 or 4 years it actually took to do, which part of that was also I decided to make the video, and that was a whole nother learning curve. And I talk about the kid and how she got me into it. Stupid camera. As time goes on, we'll have more equipment too. Better equipment, bigger, better, more bionic. You know. I thought it came back on. I'm gonna blink at it. So I'm gonna blink at it until it comes on. I'm blinking aggravatedly. Oh, lo and behold, that worked. Anyway, yeah, thanks, Jacko. I appreciate you stopping in. I really do. I do this because I like to kind of share it with you guys. One thing I'll say, I started making the videos, and I very quickly realized by my comments that, like, oh, there's a lot more people out here that are into this. And I kind of started the live stream, and very quickly realized that I absolutely love doing the live streams. The interaction is great. It takes a hobby that's kind of lonely and makes it a lot more fun. The idea of building a special gunpla for someone reminds me of my junior high school time. I gave a special painted gunpla for someone I interested in at the time. Haha. Yeah, it's a little cheesy. I mean, what can I say? I'm kind of a big kid. I mean, that's just it. Our daughter, we only have the one daughter, and she's grown and out of the house. You know, and I do plenty of adulting. I'd love to do more with the channel, but real life takes its course, and, you know, jobs, work, kids, vehicles, you know, housework, chores, dogs, things like that. So, you know, I try to stream once a week or so, and that's about how often I get to build as I build. But yeah, you know, it was interesting how I got back into it. While we were raising our kid, it was all raising the kid, but it was like the kid kind of grew up and moved out of the house, and on her way out of the house, she's like, here, you used to love toys. I found your box of toys in the garage. You should have some more toys. And that's how the Dynamed ended up happening. Was she found a bunch of stuff in the garage that I'd had put away, and she's like, how come you don't have this stuff over around the house? And I'm like, because she's like, why do you still have it? And I'm like, well, I had it around my house when I lived by myself before I met your mom. You know, one thing led to another. Here we are. It's been a journey. On that note, though, it is 11:42. I think Mrs. Model came home. Pretty sure I heard her come in, go run right to the bathroom. I don't know. But on that note, you guys want to see it one last time before I go away? I'll do the digital zoom this time. It works a lot better. It'll give you a more real look at what this thing actually, how the paint came out. These are the two parts that are on the outside, and I love them. That was exactly what I was going for, was kind of that rosy pink. I wish it was a little bit more red. And I realize now in hindsight, I actually kept adding white to it. That's why I ran out of white. But, and as far as the glow goes, I'm very curious. And it's set up a little better. It glows. The camera doesn't pick it up nearly like you see it in. Yeah, it's well, and if I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the stream the original runner. So here's the original runner from it. We're pretty close to translate that into a candy. There's one little speck of dust in there. I can see it. It's gonna annoy me forever. I'm not going to try to fix it though. This paint job is actually, so I started with, you go back and watch some of the VODs. I'd say you'd have to skim through them because honestly, with real life, I don't have time to edit them. I really wish I did. I actually got into this because I kind of wanted to edit, but thus far it's just turned into me managing a channel. So yeah, it does kind of look like a rose gold. It's interesting. I wonder if I would have gotten the same effect. I don't know if I could have gotten the glow in the dark effect though, and I'm curious to see how that turns out, like when it's all put together. It's kind of hard to tell on certain parts because of the reflective sheen and everything. But so this was kind of how I did it as I was mixing the test. And that was actually spot on until it dried. When it dried a little bit darker. Although now that I see it on the part, so one thing I'll tell you I would do differently, I sprayed this all with the same holochromatic, it's Alclad holochromatic chrome. And I kind of did a little bit of like, I did it with my micro brush, airbrush. It's a 0.13 needle versus the 0.5 I was just using. And I did like pre-shading with that airbrush. Kind of started in the middle, worked my way out, tried to leave a little black, not go so heavy at the edges. Because they're in a frame parts. I wanted them to have a little gradation, I guess. I didn't so much do that with the outer parts and the stuff like that. Just in places. I tried to go real light with it, except for on the frame. Anyway, in hindsight, by fluke, I missed spraying the black surfacer on one of Haro's arms. And I would actually grab those parts, but they're kind of hard to get to right now. The difference between the two surfacers with the chrome and the way it came out, in hindsight, if I could do this all over again, I would use black surfacer as a base, do a little pre-shading with gray or white surfacer, and pink. Spray my chrome really, really, really heavy, and then hit it with my color code. And I think I would have gotten a much more defined color out of it. I think that would look a little bit more pinky and a little less rosy if I had done it that way. But hindsight's 20/20. Like I said, I'm kind of learning as I go. But by fluke and an accident, that's kind of what I realized I should have done in hindsight. Maybe the next paint job. Part of the reason I'm kind of painting this bear is I have some nice master grades laying around, and as I paint, there's some of them. Like for example, I have the Zasa Beargguy with the metal frame, the Comic Club metal frame, and the Comic Club base and the lighting kit and all that. And before I get into that, I might do a candy paint job on that, but I kind of want to master it before I go spraying a $120 kit, if that makes sense. I have a lot of master grades, but I bought them very slowly over the years, just when I could afford them. They were little treats to me here and there when I'd work side work and have like an extra couple buckets. A lot of it I saved up for. So, you know, I figured an 8 high grade, and this is big for a high grade. It's actually the size of the master grade 2.0 runners wise. But this is how it comes out on the runner with the black light, and that's when fully dried. So I'm hoping when it dries, we kind of get that result. But you know, we'll see. If things go well, most of the paint should be here in the next day or two. The clears are coming from New Type, so that'll get me in business. Well, the white. I got white coming from New Type. I got clear coming from USA Gundam, and more holochromatic chrome because I still haven't sprayed. I still have some parts that are in black surfacer. This is actually the bow. I haven't decided if I'm going to candy this or not. This might be the one part that I spray with just a regular base. And I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'm gonna do a flat top coat or a candy top coat. I haven't made up my mind. I'm also awful partial to flat top coats, but with this being a candy, I kind of think a clear is in order. Well, thank you. It should. I don't know. Tune in, like and subscribe if you don't mind. No pressure, but yeah, it'll be an ongoing thing probably throughout the week. I'm hoping to have it actually finished up by next week. Last thing I got to do is I'm going to make I can't find decals for it, so I'm gonna have to go get some printer ink and try my hand at reprinting the decals. And if that goes well, I might actually throw them up on Etsy and try to sell them or something, because nobody offers them. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. On that note, I guess I'm gonna call it a night too. For those of you who did stop in, I'm sorry for all the technical glitches tonight between the camera and the computer crash, and Benner saying there's no sound, although I think that he just had his sound off. I could be wrong. I don't know if he's still here. I'm sure he'll reply if he did. He'll give me the finger or something like that. He usually does. But yeah, Checo, thanks for stopping in. Benner, as always, I love you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. I hope I deleted your sounds not working comment, just so you know. It's not because I'm mad at you. It's just because it looks terrible. We can't have you telling everybody the sound doesn't work if it works. It was working on my side. Anyhow, on that note, everybody have a rad night, have a rad Sunday, do prayers, go to church, spend time with your family, stuff like that. Might be doing some game streams tomorrow. Might even do a little painting if any of the paint comes in. On that note, please give it a like and subscribe, sub to the channel. Like the video, leave me comments. Anybody that watches the VOD, please let me know if you got any pointers on this whole